though, opens it up, takes down Genesis, Fault is there, and now they're going on the side of multiple rackups, 3 and 4.
Naruto, so 2 versus 2. They pulled out his weapon at the last moment and flicks around. Spot one on his good Compact teammate Frost to come in for the double kill and potentially the triple. Yes, he triples up.
So Euphoria. Ooh, an Ecstasy with a triple there. What a play. Can he get the ace? Ecstasy, what an ace.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the Critical Ops Circuit Season 3 Grand Finals for the first main tournament here in North America. I'm your host, Cool Mark, joined by my co-caster, Warren, and we have an exciting set of matches coming up today. If you were here earlier, you saw the EU matchup between Rain and Valorous Gaming, I believe, and that was a very fun matchup to watch. It was a best of 3. Like this one will be as well, and Rain took the cake there. But before we dive a little bit deeper into what we're going to be seeing today, Warren, why don't you kick us off and let us know about what the actual circuit's about? What's the format? What are the rules? What can the audience know to make them better informed when they're watching the actual gameplay?
Well, Mark, Critical Ops Season 3 is composed of 3 tournaments. There are 2 qualifier tournaments that lead into the top 16 of each of those qualifiers advance into main tournaments. Those happened at the end of August and at the end of September. Each of those main tournaments, teams will earn qualifier points, and the top 4 teams with the most qualifier points advance to the final tournament at the end of October. So 128 teams per qualifier. 16 of those advance to main tournaments, and the main tournaments earn tournament points to qualify the top 4 teams for the final tournament at the end of the year. And we've got prizes. We've got great prizes in Season 3 for the main tournaments. What you're watching today is main tournament number 1. The first place team will win $500, 1,400 credits, and 20 event cases. The second place team, $250, as well as credits and event cases, as well as those qualifier points I mentioned. In the final tournament, the first place team wins a cash prize of $2,000, a unique Circuit 3 Season 3 champion skin, 3,000 credits, 20 event cases, with cash prizes as well for second through 4th place. And we get to see the unique Circuit Season 3 championship skin. This season, it is an AUG. It may look different from this, but these are completely unique skins. The team that wins, they will be the only players in the game to own these skins. And you may see some of the Season 1 and Season 2 unique skins used by other teams in the tournament who've won Season 1 and Season 2 final championships.
Yeah, those skins are very coveted and very sought after by all the teams and even the casters and developers themselves. We don't get these at all. So it's something that we always look forward to seeing whenever we spectate these matches as well. And one thing to note, well, really quickly before we dive into the other teams actually, is that a little bit of schedule change with the actual matches that are streamed, right? So you might have noticed that this season around, we have each week dedicated to a different set of matches. So last week we had all the semifinals, and this week we have all the grand finals, versus in the past where a weekend would be dedicated to a region, where that region would have maybe all the semifinals on one day, and then the next day they have the grand finals. Here it's all the semifinals on one weekend and all the grand finals on the next weekend. So it's just spread out more. You can watch all the different regions on one weekend instead of waiting the weekend for your region specifically, and I think it gives a really good amount of viewership across the board to a lot of the different regions that you maybe not weren't as inclined to watch, and maybe you have checked out those streams as well. But we're going to dive a little bit into the actual qualified teams that were here for the Season 3 circuit. There's a lot of good teams that qualified here, and I think we will show them on screen. So as you can see here, we have some very good teams, some that you already know, and some that will be actually participating in the grand finals today. So we have Team Privilege, Redemption, Zephyr, Arcane Knights, Inquisitive, Inquisitive Casual as well. Cultivate, Vestige, United, Team Phoenix, Revolutionary, Helix, Underestimated, Royals, Capo, Gast, and Saint to Angels. So a very long list of teams. And where do we end up today? Well, we end up the grand finals with Team Privilege and Capo facing off. Last week, we had a very nice barn burn of a match between Capo and Team Phoenix. Capo reverse sweeping their competition, Team Phoenix, 2-1 in that last map, 13-12 on raid. Very, very close. They almost had that comeback against Team Phoenix, but they denied that comeback for Team Phoenix. On the other side of things, Team Privilege 2-0'd Inquisitive, and that leads us to where we are today, which is Capo versus Team Privilege.
And Capo versus Team Privilege should be one hell of a match. Team Privilege winning 2-0 in their semifinal appearance. And let's check out the stats. Team Privilege made up of some familiar names. Leading the scoreboard is Scott with 49 kills, as well as Ottawa, Clutch, Vape, Mirage, Spoken, Christian Gardio, and Arson, both not getting in any maps during the semifinals. But you see here that 1.39 kill score, one Scott leading the team in frags, and pretty dominant performances from the rest of the squad as well.
Yeah, and those are going to be players that we're going to have to look out for. On the other side of things, we have Capo with Shinx, Rap, Sacred, Sketchy, Draco, Juan, Artsy, and Mr. Fumble. Two players to note, obviously you can see those players that have played some of the most maps, Shinx, Rap, and Draco. They're going to be the ones to look out for to make sure they deliver the impact against Team Privilege. Team Privilege coming in with a lot of experience, and Capo, I would say, is the underdog, but we're going to dive a little bit into the map vetoes. Why don't we? So taking a look at the first one, we'll see Capo are going to be banning their first map, and well, we'll actually be able to tell who is banning what. And so first one, Grounded is out. We have not seen Grounded just yet, and Legacy is also out. We haven't seen Grounded as far as the actual North American side of things. And you can see Soar has been picked, very interestingly, because we have seen Soar just last week, which was a fun one to watch. And so we will actually see how Capo span up against Team Privilege. And on the other side of things, Team Privilege, they pick Raid, a very interesting map choice because Capo did barely win that one 13-12 over their opponent's Team Phoenix last week. Bureau out of the map pool. Capo did not want that, and neither do we see Port. And so the decider is, I do believe, between Canals and Plaza, and we do see Plaza coming out. So Soar, Raid, and Plaza are the three maps that we'll be seeing if we do go to Plaza. That is the decider map here, as Canals was left out. So interesting. Warren, Soar and Raid. I mean, those are maps we've seen actually played by both teams, not together, but they've played them separately. So what are your thoughts on this?
Well, it's very interesting. Both teams chose a map that last week in the semifinals, their opponent won a match on, I believe. Team Privilege won on Soar last week, and it's chosen by Team Capo here. Team Capo won 13-12, their reverse sweep on Raid, and Team Privilege picks it here. So maybe they have a scouting advantage. Both teams have seen what strategies the others will use on that map. So they're taking that scouting advantage, but they're also playing into a map that they know their opponents are quite capable on.
Yeah, and Team Privilege, though, I will say they did shut down their opponents Inquisitive last week when they played them. They had a very dominant 13-5 scoreline. We saw a very good showing here from Scott, Ottawa, and Clutch against INQ. And so we'll see here if Capo can really pull something off against Team Privilege, because that is something that I don't believe the teams have necessarily come across here. And one thing to know as well, if you are interested in partaking in this actual circuit season, because it's something that is very exciting, and you could potentially see yourself up there as well. If you want to do that, you can sign up for the main tournament number 2 that ends on September 7th, and so you make sure to sign up before then. There's more instructions down in the description as well. But we're going to be talking about the knife round first. You can see here on the coalition side, we see that of Team Privilege, and on the breach side, we are seeing that of Capo. So if you are a little bit newer to the game of Kerklops and the competitive side, Kerklops Esports. What this is, it basically decides which team will be starting on which side. So whoever wins the knife round will be able to pick whichever side they start on, and the other team will not be able to pick that. But it's always a very fun ordeal. We usually call it the snip snap because they, as you can see here, are just sitting in corners and swinging their knives and having a good time. Maybe it's a little more competitive for them, but for us, we enjoy watching it.
Yeah, it's very relaxed. You see the hiding, moving together, the murder hedgehogs, murder porcupines, just a 5-stack with knives swinging out. The snip snap. Somebody's got to make a move eventually. There's only 2 minutes in a round. Jinx goes in and goes down. And that murder turtle by Team Privilege wins it out. So let's see which side they choose. The winner of the knife round chooses whether they'd like to begin the match on the Coalition side or the Breach side.
Yeah, it's interesting though because Team Privilege, well, in general, Soar is a very, very coalition-sided map. It is very tough, as we've seen in matches past, to breach into that mid area. Mid, one of the toughest areas to take to get onto that B site on Soar, and we've seen more success over towards ramp and pool. However, we'll see if they start on that side because potentially they want to start on the side that's more difficult so they have an advantage going into the second half. Team Privilege, I'm sure they've practiced this a lot. Once again, though, it's CAPO's pick, so we'll see if CAPO have any cool aces up their sleeves to prevent Team Privilege from getting any traction here. And I do believe from seeing what we have, we might be seeing Team Privilege start on the breach side. I'm not sure though. We haven't seen the full area, but Warren, this is going to be an exciting map. Team Privilege had an absolutely dominant matchup last time, but like we said, like we've seen, CAPO pick it. So that means CAPO evidently has something up their sleeves, and like I've said before, CAPO are really going to have to rely on Shinx and Rap and Draco to really come alive. They've been the pillars of this team, and well, they're going to be starting on the Coalition side. So it should be a good one here. Team Privilege versus CAPO. We want to see in the chat, who do you think is going to win, CAPO or Team Privilege? I would say CAPO, the underdog here. Team Privilege having a little more experience. But as we get started, we see a very interesting setup here from Team Privilege. 4 over towards that pool, walking very slowly, and they're just leaving Scott over towards that ramp area. But you can see their Sacred just jiggle peeking, trying to see if he can spot anyone, and the rest of Team Privilege, 3 people rotating over towards mid. They have, or 2 people rotating towards mid, 2 actually sitting over towards the pool area, not making any noise, potentially waiting to see if CAPO get aggressive here, as Team Privilege, they have Ottawa facing towards the ground, trying to give the illusion that there's only one player there with clutch, but the bomb sitting over towards mid, and this is one of the few times we've seen mid unguarded, as Scott just waits, trying to see if he can catch anyone off guard here on the flank. Draco is going to be here ready and waiting. The first line of defense here for any of those players, as we see going to be creeping around slowly, and the timing allows Scott to come in, but he doesn't hit a shot. Draco eliminates him here, and Shinx doesn't get a single shot off base. Gets one, and the flank is lethal there, but Sacred gets one in return. Ottawa finds another one, and now it's a 2 versus 3. Heavily favoring CAPO here as they come in for the retake. This should be theirs. The HP as well, low on Arson, so it's really down to Vape here. As Vape gets one, gets a headshot, but can he get 2 more? Arson has to hold off the 2 defenders here. Sketchy versus Arson, and he will win that duel. Sketchy will take the defuse for CAPO, and they win out the first round. They do get the bomb plant on Team Privilege's side, so they potentially have some money to buy, but CAPO, still a nice retake on their part, very coordinated, and not letting Team Privilege get that bomb plant or that first, or not allowing them to get that first round bomb detonation.
What a fantastic pistol round. The entire map exploded at once. There was a gunfight at ramp. There was a gunfight at the A bomb site. There was a gunfight mid. Mid is the only place Team Privilege won their duels, which is good because it allowed them to get the plant. And they just got deagles and a single frag moving into the second round. Last round they played with a lot of information denial, very slowly. Oh, we see Arson on top of the umbrella, working for information. He gets none. A deagle clip being fired off, trying to announce the presence of Team Privilege. Sacred takes 1 shot and falls back.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Team Privilege. They are shooting, they're wallbanging the B site, as we saw a little bit earlier, and they're trying to see if they can catch any of those CAPO members off guard. And while Team Privilege, with just Deagles, no armor even on any of them, you can tell that their communication is on point right now. They are making sure that everyone is aligned regardless of how much money they have. You can see even with Vape having a little more money in Arson as well, they still all bought the same thing. And I think that is a good prelude to see how Team Privilege will be able to pass here. The first player to get past is Sketchy, and they're not going to be able to do that. He takes down 2 before getting trade by Ottawa. Jinx lines up that nice flashbang, perfectly popped in, but no one to flash actually, and Clutch does find Sacred. So a 3 versus 3 ensues.
Sacred, interestingly, was armed with only a Deagle when the rest of his team had SA-58s that round. I don't know if it was a missed buy or if he's saving for a U ratio. Next round, here we see Draco takes 1 down, drops health severely low on Vape. And here comes the retake. 1 Deagle is not enough. Very easy 3 versus 1. And the second defuse wins the second round of the map for CAPO. And CAPO does want a dominant coalition side. They'd really like to come away from this coalition side with at least 9 rounds. We saw earlier in Europe, Rain was winning by an astonishing score on Soar. And they did go on to win the game, but only 13-10. So breach-sided rounds can be very hard to acquire. Here's the first gun round from Team Privilege. Maybe they'll get their first breach-sided round of the map here.
They did get 2 bomb plants already, which is very good for their money, so they're able to buy, see here, full SGs out, Clutch having that AK as well, and utility, very key to make sure they can get anywhere on this map. Soar, a very tight map known for those corner camping spots, and so if they can flash their way out, smoke their way out into these areas, denying vision from CAPO, it'll allow them to have a good or a better ability to get onto those bomb sites. At the moment though, playing it slow, not trying to waste any utility. You can see them methodically smoking out every area, and they are trying to capitalize on this right now. Moving forward with the smokes, throwing a nade, and they're going to try and take over this bathrooms area. They are able to do so. And Lobby now given up as well as Capo proceeds to fall back. Team Privilege taking a little more map control, and you can see here Clutch on the other side of the map over towards that pool area, trying to become a distraction, and that might be exactly what is needed here. Using his utility, it's going to force his way on over. You can see that Circuit Skin Season 2 victory right there, and Clutch is able to take down Rap, and they're going to pincer here onto this A bomb site. A very interesting play. As you see, Scott here comes on for 1. There's 2 more players to defend the A site, but it falls and falls. Shinx finds 1, but no more, and Team Privilege have a very clean first round on their own side. What a spectacular way to clear out the A site.
What a great round. Taking pool, moving in from the pool with Clutch for the fake. Definitely allowed easy opening kills for the players moving in through restrooms. And they just won every gunfight, losing only 1 player on the way to winning their first round of the map. And if they have another one of these, we see, again, Sacred is armed with only a deagle, no rifle on Sacred. And it looks like he is holding pool against only 1 opponent right now. So the deagle may not come into play as Team Privilege looks to move slowly up the ramp again. But now Clutch is moving towards mid, the most dangerous portion of the map. And here we do see Arson with similar utility usage. Some counter utility coming out from Capo. And smoke spam. This dance around the ramp is something I expect we'll see in a lot of rounds. And with Rap just around the corner, they need utility or one hell of a gunfight to get him out. There's a perfect flash grenade, but traded through the smoke is Arson by Draco. Draco gets a second, pre-fires for a third, but no new challengers move into the lobby.
Yeah, Team Privilege, they threw 3 grenades at the exact same spot, and all of them missed their mark, and that's what allowed Draco to capitalize, fall back, and actually get those 2 picks. And so it seems like here Team Privilege a little bit lackluster on their next by Scott. If he can get this frag, it might be something for them, but Draco seems to have an early advantage and is able to take him down. So Ottawa now a 1 versus 4. Does find the first frag, in that smoke might lead to some pre-fires here as Shinx is right there waiting, and Draco takes the kill. But a very nice round from Capo. And interestingly enough, Team Privilege, we mentioned that mid is a very tough place to take here on this Soar map, but CAPO have been actually putting most of their resources to defending that ramp area and that lobby area as well. It has been tough for them, and so they're trying to put some more players there to defend. And maybe they've looked at the VODs from Team Privilege. Maybe they've seen that Team Privilege play a heavy stack over towards ramp. But mid, you can see they're adjusting now. 2 players over towards mid this time. They're trying to play that central defense. B, very easy to rotate from A. A very close map, at least, for both bomb sites. And so they can have players playing over towards that bar area, towards the lobby area, and eventually be that rotate towards B.
And Sacred is playing very far back on the banana with the U ratio towards the A site. If anyone does try to push through the pool, I fully expect a successful snipe from Sacred here. I think that area of the map we should consider locked down. Let's see what Privilege have in mind. If they try to go through mid, where they have had success, as you said, Mark, it's still just a meat grinder to get through. You see, Ottawa's looking for it. They've poked their head in behind the smoke grenades, but there's a player at bar, Shinx, waiting patiently. Sacred does get that snipe towards A long, falls back immediately.
Yeah, and Shinx is in a somewhat exposed spot, moves away, but Draco is there to protect us. Clutch does find one, but here is where Shinx comes to shine here. Draco does get taken down here, but Shinx could do a good amount of defense work here. Smokes it off, tries to deny the vision from Clutch, and Clutch is sitting in that corner, doesn't have any area that really he can go towards as Shinx walks into the bomb site, does take one down. Can he get the second? Yes, and that allows him to go for this defuse regardless of what Clutch is doing. They're able to get it down, and they had no idea. Shinx just slipped through that smoke. Clutch was not able to cover it off with that U ratio. And so we see here CAPO, another round for them in Team Privilege. They're getting close, getting those bomb plants down, but no cigar at the end of the day. No victory for them on to that second round yet.
And great play by Shinx. You did say at the beginning of the game, we're going to look for Shinx and Rap to pop off. That's how they were successful in their reverse sweep last week. And at least with that round, round 5, Shinx absolutely made the hero play. And now a barrage of utility towards the ramp, and the entirety of Team Privilege stacked here now.
Again, we've seen that this is a coalition-sided map, so we'll see how well this holds up. Rap fully blinded and gonna try and fall back, but not able to do so. Well-timed utility here from Team Privilege, and they're going to take that SG away as well. Full team alive here for Team Privilege. They're gonna have a one-man advantage as they want to close in, it seems, on the A bomb site. All 5 players over towards there. Just Arson waiting towards reception to see if there's any flank coming out from that bar area, but it seems like not just yet. CAPO putting their resources in a static position here. Shinx not smoked off, actually. Spots one through the actual bush, but Clutch takes him down. So Shinx, the hero of last round, gets taken out, but Clutch now out of the round. Draco 10-2. Can he make that 11-2 right now? Might be trying to go for something. Arson finds one in Sacred. This is his time to shine. Draco does find that one frag. Can they get anything done here? No. Draco taken out, and Sacred now a 1 versus 3. Not able to do anything here. So Team Privilege, yes, they do pick up round number 2. They don't get the bomb plant, but that's still a morale boost for them as they keep it competitive in this first half.
Playing masterfully around that U ratio at the banana, not allowing Sacred to even get anyone in his crosshairs before they had taken out the entire rest of his team. And here it looks like a heavy ramp stack again, but now with Clutch and his U ratio watching the flank towards banana. There shouldn't be any action here with Clutch. Only Sacred has been watching the pool, and he hasn't advanced for a flank once in the first 6 rounds. And now here's, okay, there is some utility, but much more dry attempt at the ramp take. And this time against 2 defenders in the bathrooms. Rap with a fantastic grenade kill, and that's going to push that back because Vape himself is also at very low health. There he goes down to Draco. And there's not much of team privilege left to try to push through this ramp.
Yeah, Shinx had that wonderful nade there from reception to take down Arson. But interestingly enough, Sketchy only with the P250, not even armor. And yet still, they have an advantage right now. So it seems like Team Privilege just didn't take the same approach as last round. Last round, bases seemed very coordinated coming out together. But this time, seems like CAPO got the better of them. We'll see how it pans out as we still have 3 players alive here from Team Privilege. 26 seconds left on the clock. And Shinx has a perfect position. Might have spotted Ottawa, but doesn't call it out. Doesn't get the shot just yet. Shinx will actually get taken out by Scott. For some reason, it didn't seem like there was a reaction once again. And Scott will try and get another one, but CAPO, they win out the round. A very strange round to win out.
That was a great entry into B, but there just weren't enough members of Team Privilege left to win all the gunfights they needed to get into the site and plant the bomb. But that kill onto Shinx, perhaps the Observer software shows a different amount of smoke than what Shinx was seeing. Shinx may have been fully blinded. So Team Privilege, formerly known as Xenocide, won all main and final tournaments last season. Now, in the main tournament 1 final of Season 3, currently losing 2 rounds to 5 against CAPO. And this is something that we've seen in the semifinal tournament as well, jumping on the umbrella to get information and angles towards the A bomb site.
Trades coming out over there from Pool, and you can see they're a little careless. Sketchy trying to throw the nade before peeking out, so ends in his demise. But a 4 versus 4, and with a minute left on the clock, Team Privilege are still stacked up over towards this Pool area. And they try to push on into the A site.
And this time, the U ratio is not defending the Pool. Sacred with his U ratio is there towards the mid entrance to B. Ottawa wins his opening duel against Shinx, and that gets them almost all the way on to the A bomb site. But Rap is there to shut it down. Rap is traded. Now Draco, the only defender left on the A bomb site, needs to win this gunfight. Does not. So there's the plant. Sacred, again, he did get a kill with his U ratio, but the map movement of Team Privilege has made the U ratio a very ineffective gun. He has to drop it and pick up an AK, but he gets a fantastic kill, grabs his U ratio back up off the ground, and he's going to get the defuse with plenty of time to spare.
Oh, this game so far is a game that keeps on giving. Even though the scoreline a little bit further away, Team Privilege have been pushing the needle here for CAPO. CAPO have had to work very hard for each of their rounds. And Team Privilege not letting them get off without a fight. You can see their Draco's really popping off, having a great game. We said Rap and Shinx would have to be the X factors, but it seems like Draco has taken Shinx's spot so far and able to carry that weight. So Team Privilege now with that full buy. Everyone in the map actually with the full buy. Utility as well out there, throwing some smokes out, but Team Privilege, they're going to opt for a heavy mid presence here, and you can see double smokes there, trying to stop anyone even from far. That flash going to come out and deny Shinx any vision, and they've coordinated as well. Team Privilege have full control of the B bomb site. Now they will get that bomb plant down, and they're going to set up in their post plant spots. This will be a very interesting retake from CAPO. As you can see here, Draco pretty far away is going to have to come in for that retake from mid, but they have players all over. Team Privilege are just waiting. No one's playing over towards that backside area. They know it can be spammed, and so they're trying to avoid anywhere they can be spammed. That nade, though, does do good damage onto Arson and Babe, and they're going to use their counter utility. Arson taking down early. Shinx as well trying to come in. Scott does find one on the return, but it seems like Team Privilege, they don't have control of the bomb site anymore. Babe will get one down, but he can't get another, and CAPO come in for the retake just as swiftly as Team Privilege took that bomb site. CAPO, round number 7 to their name.
Again, what a fantastic round. What a fantastic round. And it's like you said, Mark, Privilege is making CAPO earn these rounds. CAPO is having to make some really, really excellent plays to win rounds. So 7-2 scoreline doesn't belie the full truth of the match. And did you know CAPO took down the Season 1 champions, making it to their first circuit main tournament final? Here we see Shinx. Are they giving... Oh, that's a wonderful addition to the broadcast, those factoids.
Yeah, I love them. They're very nice to have. And out to the Critical Force team and Compact Esports team for making those possible. We love our producers and folks behind the scenes. But back to the actual game itself.
And despite what happened last round, CAPO not putting any more defense than usual on the B site. Just Sketchy in the site with an AUG. Probably fairly confident. Well, here comes 3 people again. He's got information.
They were able to retake it last time, and so I think CAPO have some sort of ability and confidence in their retake strategy. So you can see here, Sketchy has called over Shinx. And Shinx is close there, and Sacred as well. See, that is their strategy. 2 players already taken out. Scott, though, does find 1, but Sketchy is holding strong. Hasn't moved. Almost gets a second onto Ottawa. Ottawa denies him that. So a 2 versus 3 still, though, heavily favoring CAPO. They have to go get that bomb, and this is a tough spot. They could just take him down. No! Somehow he's still on the bomb site, and he gets his way there. Scott might get taken down. No! He's actually going to take down Sacred, and it could be this, but no. Wrap double kill eliminates any hope that Team Privilege had of a round number 3. And you can see here, CAPO, round number 8. They're getting closer and closer to that round number 9, and potentially having a 10-2 half. CAPO looking very strong right now.
Absolutely. The rounds are starting to stack up. 8, could be 9, might be 10. Very dominant coalition half score-wise, and fantastic rounds, fantastic retakes. Team Privilege getting a lot of bomb plants in this half, which is no easy feat for the breach on Soar. CAPO near flawless with the retakes, winning almost every gunfight on their way back in to compromised bomb sites. And here we see Team Privilege changing it up again. Still moving towards B mid, but this time from the pool side. And now Sacred, with his U ratio, is waiting at the entrance to B. When this smoke fades, we may see some sort of crouch peek from Clutch. We may see Clutch be killed immediately. No, Sacred misses his shot against the jiggle peek. Does he re-peek it? No, another smoke grenade.
And a very lethal grenade as well on the Clutch. Takes him down very low amounts of health, but it seems like they're still going to opt for a clean push here. No smokes down just yet, and I think that might give CAPO some inkling that it's not going to be a B push. You can see here they haven't invested most of the utility, and in rounds previous, Team Privilege have invested a ton of utility to take that B bomb site. CAPO not biting the bullet just yet, understanding that with only 37 seconds, Team Privilege will have to make a move soon, and that move might be over towards B. Ottawa finds that first frag, but is he aware that there is that second player, Sketchy, on the bomb site? Will he get taken down? No, he won't. Ottawa clears out the bomb site, but the bomb still has to make its way over there. Vape and Scott as well tag in for 2 more, and they find their third here. Team Privilege making their way on. They haven't gotten the bomb plant in that round, but it didn't even matter. They were still able to take it and get round number 3 as we come into the last round of the first half.
Great round for Privilege last round. Now looking for their 4th, looking to finish with an 8-4 first half. CAPO looking for their 9th round. Privilege has worked the entire map in this half. CAPO has responded. They've also had fantastic gunfights, largely winning duels against Team Privilege, trying to make their way into bomb sites initially. Here we see a ramp stack, no players towards pool, 1 player faking into mid. And here we see the bomb moves towards mid as well. A lot of noise on the ramp, perhaps a fake, perhaps trying to draw rotations. It's working. There's 2 bathroom players for CAPO. 1 moving into the lobby, that's Shinx, but back towards the bar. And now Shinx and Sketchy are ready for a B push. And Team Privilege, running out of utility, does go up the ramp. Arson with that kill on Draco.
Perfect timing, but look at how low the HP is on all of Team Privilege here. 4 players alive, but very, very damaged there. Scott, such a little HP, and Shinx could get taken down very quickly here. Shinx does find that frag onto Scott. A 3 versus 3 of heavily favoring CAPO, and Sacred takes down 2 with the nade. A slam dunk, 2 for 1, as Ottawa now the last player alive. No bomb in his hands either. He's gonna have to make his way on through the smoke, and not an easy feat to try and take this bomb site. Does see Sacred there, but reveals his position, and now with only 20 seconds left, this should be a CAPO round here, as, oh, This is a spot. But Ottawa now realizes he doesn't really have much of a chance. He can find his first strike on a wrap. He doesn't. It does get some good damage, but that is the end of the first half. CAPO do exactly get that 9-3 first half, as Team Privilege now will be on the other side. They will be on the coalition side with a much easier task to hold out. With 3 rounds, can they get 10 to win the map? Or can CAPO get 4 rounds to win the map on their own side? Let us see now as CAPO now start on the breach side. All the players going over towards pool. And a similar start to what we saw Team Privilege do. Just sitting out here waiting, seeing if anyone from Team Privilege will push out. And it seems like not so. Arson, the point man to hold over towards this pool area. Playing over towards Banana. Will be the first point of contact. Does get tagged down just a little bit, but falls back to the bomb site. And you can see here there is a rotation slightly coming over from Clutch as he sits on over to the actual A site. 3 players sticking around behind the pool area from CAPO. And the bomb also making its way back over.
Bomb actually going by itself now through the breach spawn all the way towards ramp. Okay, here come some teammates. Sacred is followed by Shanks and Sketchy. But Draco still faking towards the A bomb site. Pops a shot with the deagle, hits nothing, but announcing his presence. But it looks like Team Privilege is not biting. They're already rotating Clutch back towards the bar. And 2 players defending ramp. Will Ottawa be ready?
Yeah, Ottawa does find that first frag. A nice headshot. He knows he has a teammate there. That's Scott with that deagle to provide some suppressing fire. And the bomb dropped over towards ramp. They're going to call in the reinforcements now. You can see Clutch already from that reception area. Scott takes down another. And CAPO now, they don't seem to have a foothold on this map. Finally, Shinx, though, does get 1 kill, but instantly traded out in a 4 versus 2 with only 10 seconds left. CAPO really don't have any chance to get this one. They do find a frag, but as long as Team Privilege stay alive, they should be able to win this one. Clutch does find 1, and Arson finds another as well. So Team Privilege 1 round here as they start their journey to a potential comeback.
Their comeback perhaps does begin here. CAPO only needs 4 more rounds to win, but given the nature of the map, winning 4 breach-sided rounds, they're going to have to bite and scratch and claw for every single one. Team Privilege now with the gun advantage. 1 frag grenade, 1 smoke grenade, and 5 P250s for CAPO.
That's a very smart nade that they threw over there from Team Privilege. They threw 2 nades over towards that Palms area, where usually you can sit out there, and Arson just absolutely wreaking havoc on the CAPO players. Nothing they can really do. Arson and Clutch come together for 4 combined kills. Quickly does take down Arson, but nothing more here. Clutch in for the 3K, and he realizes there is nothing to upgrade. And so a very swift round number 5 here for Team Privilege, as CAPO should have the money to buy now. This should be a gun round for both teams.
We'll see, and here come the AK-47s. Except for, okay, there's Sacred. Sacred does buy a rifle as well. He doesn't continue his pattern of holding on to a pistol while the rest of his team is on rifles. Clutch moving towards the head glitch. Double grenades. Again. Triple grenades. And some of that defense is presumably going to rotate back towards mid and bar. Very cautious play from CAPO, waiting out some smoke grenades. The bomb completely by itself over towards pool. If there's any aggression, it would be a dangerous gunfight to lose. But again, it looks like there's not going to be, and it's ramp playing through the smokes. All vision denied. All information denied. That frag grenade is going to have Draco thinking that there's someone around this corner, but all of the restroom players for Team Privilege has already fallen back onto the A site. And what interesting, if you look at the minimap, Team Privilege just stacking heavily towards the B bomb site off of no information at all. And here are 2 players moving up pool to flank. Will CAPO be ready for this flank? It looks like they absolutely are about to be caught off guard and sprayed down by Arson.
And that instantly turns around the 3 players over towards ramp. You saw them, those 3 players, Rap, Draco, and Sketchy. They were about ready to pounce here onto Ottawa, but Ottawa now gets a quick break, and he's able to start flanking them now as they're able to get taken down. CAPO playing the rounds too slowly right now. Only 7 seconds left, and they have nothing they can do. Interestingly enough, it was very smart from Team Privilege to use their utility early in the round. Draco does find one consolation frag. Can he stay alive? It seems like he will be able to stay alive, but CAPO, it very, very strange because they were holding on to their utility for quite a while. Team Privilege used their utility in a very timely manner throughout the round. They were able to smoke it off, flash it off, and like you said, nade off one of those areas ramp to give the impression as if they were there, slowing down CAPO's push and ultimately stopping it entirely, right? These nades from Team Privilege, while they were used quicker, were used potentially in a more efficient manner as they stopped the pushes, and CAPO held onto their nades a little bit too long, I would say. Might look into using those a little bit earlier to see if they can find any early advantages, as these rounds have been... Oh, what a nice shot! Discard everything I just said. Rap, a dirty, filthy shot through the smoke as he takes down Vape. He's going to be feeling that for a couple days now.
It looks like Shake was able to recover an M4 off of that, or maybe Draco on that AK. So there's one more rifle in play for CAPO. Sacred on the M1887. That's not much of a gun to turn this corner with. It looks like he is purely being used as bait. And Arson does take Rap out quickly. Isn't able to spray down the second 2 players. Traded immediately by Shinx, who is traded immediately by Scott. But here's Sacred now with an AUG. No body armor and not much health, but it's a 3-on-3. And again, we see CAPO running out of time. No utility left anywhere, but Sketchy gets a great deagle kill on an unprepared clutch. And Scott's going to have to move in to defend. Or retake this B bomb site? No. CAPO grabs the round with kills. They don't even need the plant.
Interesting turn of events there for CAPO, as it didn't seem like they had a huge chance into that round, but still, Team Privilege slow on the rotates, maybe losing the gunfights. That was the biggest detriment for them, as CAPO, they steal away a round, their first round here on their breach side, and well, that gives them some level of hope here.
Now Rap on the U ratio, presumably going to wait out this mid smoke grenade and then look for a pick into the site. We'll see patience here, patient play on the ramp. Patient play at the pool. Sacred falling back from the pool. Just waiting on smokes and information. And this is the play they want. Rap peeking into mid with the U ratio. Does he find what he's looking for? If he sees Vape and hits his shot, that's the side entry they want. Vape announces his presence. He sees this jiggle peek. He's tapping away. Does anything become of this, or do they fall away from the mid play and move towards ramp? Vape has to reload. There's the jiggle peek. Vape wins his first duel against Shinx. Rap still waiting with his U ratio. Does get clutch moving into support. But the entrance to B main smoked off again. Rap takes a pot shot, has to fall back.
And now a 4 versus 4 here. CAPO, once again, low amount of time here, 24 seconds. They're going to have to make a move, and that move seems like it's going to be over towards A, but Scott denies them everything, fully blinded on the first shot as well. Draco taken down by a blinded Scott, and it seems like Team Privilege are going to be able to find their 7th round here. CAPO stuck in the mud. But Rap, could he get anything done here? 5 seconds left. Can they mess it up? No! Rap, he's going to be on for the 3K, but he's going to get denied it. Scott stays alive long enough, and it looked like Rap could have gotten something amazing done there, but Scott all the way too far. So 7 rounds here for Team Privilege. CAPO on their 10th, but their rounds accumulating much slower than Team Privilege's. So we'll see here. Arson, Scott, and Clutch really showing up strong here for Team Privilege.
Yeah, Team Privilege, they say this is the comeback we want. This is a coalition-sided map. We're on the coalition side. Let's get some more rounds. Again, early smoke grenades at points of contact are going to slow down CAPO. They can't go through B mid. They can't go through ramp. They don't want to go through the pool. So just waiting. And if these smoke grenades are followed up by more smoke grenades, and CAPO doesn't have a plan to adjust, they're going to be left with another 35-second round, 5 versus 5, and needing a bomb plant.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see something happen through, but they haven't taken much map control. This is their first attempt here at the 1 minute mark, as they flash out over towards the bathroom area. We can see here, Clutch does find one. Does he get the second one here? He's been very good with the SA-58, and so this could be beneficial for them.
Now, both players fall back from lobby. Interesting. They say they saw us. Hopefully they just won't try to push. But here are Shinx and Sacred moving in. Shinx and Draco moving in through the lobby. Vape takes down Rap in B mid. And the bomb, again, by itself with Sacred on the other side of the map, moving towards the rest of his teammates. There's only 20 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, it's down to Scott and Vape, and now Sacred, the last one left once again. Once again, CAPO, down to the time, not able to get anything done. And Scott, a phenomenal job there as he defended that mid area from that bar position. Very well done, Team Privilege, denying CAPO anymore, and 2 rounds away from tying it up. That's all they need, and Team Privilege have the momentum, have the money in their favor as well. Just barely, but CAPO looking like they're stalled. And once again, this was their map pick. Team Privilege won it last time, and yet CAPO picked it this time. So let's hope we see some aces up their sleeves. Let's hope they haven't exhausted all their breach side strategies just yet.
If they want if they'd like to win a breach-sided round, they need to move into a bomb site. We can't have another one of these rounds with 20 seconds left, 3 CAPO players alive, and no map control. Now we see Vape here in B mid, the most difficult and dangerous position on the map for the breach side to take, but they've had success here. Both teams have had some success here. This head glitch, almost impossible to dig out by a single player. There's the jiggle peek. Oh. They are baiting the taps. They know Vape is here, but can they get past it?
Nade was absolutely filthy. Look at the damage on the Rap, Draco, and Sketchy. Taking down Vape. Doesn't even need to do anything now. That nade could follow up and get the kills. No. Barely touches Sketchy, but still Vape on the bomb site, defending it very clearly. You can see that flash. Takes some damage, and Vape has the 3K so far. Can he get the 4K? Yes, on for the ace potentially. Sacred all the way over towards pool, and I think they realize he's there. Arson now most likely to get this kill, and yes, he will. So Team Privilege, 4K there for Vape, and Arson finds 1 as well. So a very nice morale booster for them, and money once again stacking up well for Team Privilege.
One more round for Team Privilege, and at this pace, it looks like that when it ties the map 10-10, Team Privilege mounting a spectacular comeback. CAPO only on pistols and 1 SA-58 this round, and their breach side has been so far quite lackluster. Not winning opening duels, not even taking many opening duels. Shinx already dead to a grenade. There's that grenade stack in pool. Traded quickly, traded again. Arson takes out Rap and Sketchy. Draco takes out Arson. They work themselves into a 2-on-3 and find 2 rifles. They've got the bomb. They have 1 minute and 16 seconds left. That's more than they've had in most rounds. But they need to move into a bomb site.
And once again, CAPO, 2 players alive, low HP. Ottawa could get the nice flank here and does line him up, knocks him down. A tie game we have here as Team Privilege, looking to make the comeback happen. Sweet and simple as it sounds, they've been in this position before. Like we saw the stat in previous rounds, they are the winners of the main tournament in the past, as well as the final tournament for Season 2. So they have done this time and time again. They know what they're doing. Formerly Xenocide, and Team Privilege just showing why they are the X factor here, why they are the ones touted to win.
At this point, I am expecting the Team Privilege win on this map. I think this continues. Last round was the second round we saw a CAPO breach side so inactive that they're able to be flanked fully almost through, or literally through, breach spawn. and lose multiple members. If we don't see something more active from CAPO, I don't think we're going to see different results. Team Privilege and CAPO both needing 3 rounds. Here's the dance around the ramp, pushing through the utility, pushing through the smoke. Ottawa completely blinded, does take out one before Draco kills Ottawa and Scott. And there's some movement, but again, Vape quickly takes out Shinx. Rat trades into Vape. And it's a 3 versus 2. It's the best round that CAPO has had in a very long time. They're able to move into the B bomb site. Looks like they'll be able to plant. The bomb's still working its way in. Finally, Rap arrives with the bomb. Rap is planting. Arson is ready. He's still got about 2/3 of a clip left after that. There's not a lot of health left on CAPO. They need to defend this bomb site. Clutch is not going to be ready for Draco at this angle.
Can Arson do it all? He does find the first frag. Can he get the second here? Sacred will shut him out, and so CAPO finally find round number 2 on their breach side there. It looked like there might have been potential for Team Privilege to make that retake, but CAPO denies it to them, and they still have a fight left in them. 2 more rounds for CAPO to take map 1, but Team Privilege will not give up without a fight.
CAPO did get more aggressive. They pushed through the smoke grenade. They said, I know there's a smoke here, but it doesn't matter what's on the other side of it if what's on the other side of it is blinded. Draco's able to push through that smoke on the ramp and grab himself a 2K before going down. And the rest of the team just pushes through the rest of the map. Arson positioned much more aggressively at pool than we've seen any round so far. And Shinx may be prepared for it.
Yeah, if they go over towards pool, they're going to have to deal with Arson in a very interesting off angle. Not many people will check that instantly. They might be checking over towards the umbrella on top, maybe over towards the actual head glitch, but not directly to the right. But it seems like they'll avoid him for now. 2 players making their way on over towards ramp, and that's Sketchy and Draco, joined by Sacred as well.
Now both ramp, restrooms, and lobby are wide open for the taking, completely undefended. A much more patient Turtle from Team Privilege. But CAPO, again, we're at a point with 40 seconds left in the round, and there hasn't been a single gunfight.
Yeah, we'll see if CAPO can really take some advantage of this with the low time left. Low utility on Team Privilege, and CAPO still have some. So they're going to have to use that very heavily to make their way onto the bomb site. Is it going to be an A play or a B play? The bomb now going to hightail its way on over towards A, as it seems. Or are they going towards B? I don't even know just yet. I think they're going to try and make their way towards A, but Ottawa here stands between them. We'll find that first frag, and 10 seconds left. They've just dug their own grave. They can't even get onto the bomb site. Team Privilege absolutely destroy CAPO in that round, not allowing them to get the bomb plant. And CAPO, once again, can't get into the bomb site. Not enough time. Taking too long to get onto the bomb sites.
At this point, I have to say, I don't know what CAPO is doing on this breach side. I don't know what this strategy is. They're giving restrooms for free. They're giving lobby for free. They're giving ramp for free. They take the space. They move into it. And there's still 15 seconds left in the round before they finally move from restroom towards the A bomb site. Here's Arson in that aggressive position. Gets a great double kill.
And does huge damage onto Sacred as well. Clutch as well here, ready for the trade in case they want to push out more, but CAPO have just not been able to fend up against Team Privilege's pushes. And we will see here. Do they get anything done here as CAPO try to find some sort of map control? That flash might blind out Ottawa here, but could be just left to Clutch. He does take one down. A nice advantageous trade, as they want to keep that main advantage for themselves. And Sacred low on HP. This should be a round for Team Privilege. Potentially match point for them, as CAPO have stalled a little bit. We said they have life, but at the very end, it matters. Every single round does matter. As Vape finds that one, he could take down Sacred just now. No, somehow avoids it, and they actually get the better of the timing here. So they're going to make their way on into this B bomb site. Actually get that bomb plant down with 30 seconds left. Finally, they're not a deficit on time, and they're able to get that bomb plant down. So the retake comes in now. A very, very important round here, either for CAPO or for Team Privilege. Draco has full HP. Ottawa gonna come in as well. Sacred low on that HP, might go for that spam, takes down Draco just a tad bit, and he's gonna fall in through here. Sacred does find that first frag. Scott, can he get this one through? He's not gonna take the advantage, and somehow CAPO, they maintain their hold. They have the game point. Team Privilege look poised to win that round, and CAPO stealed away last map point potentially here as we go on into round number 24. What an insane map so far.
What a fantastic round from CAPO. It's a miracle of a round to win. And here we see there's a U ratio. Only a GSR on Draco in this map point round. Okay, there he picks his gun up off the ground. Sacred moving in. We've seen this play with the U ratio. Moving in towards B mid. Smoked off completely, but this time instead of waiting, they'd wait in a different spot. CAPO back to... Okay, they're returning to the breach spawn to fetch grenades from their stack. It looks like they do have a plan. The plan is lots of utility. Where are they going to place it? We see a much more passive defense from Team Privilege, and these teams aren't even near each other with only a minute left on the clock. There's not even potential for an engagement anywhere on this map unless we see players moving into the B bomb site from mid. Okay, here's a duel with Vape. They haven't been able to get past Vape in this HK easily yet. Rap moves in. Here's some utility. Rap waits out a flash, eats a frag for small damage. Vape does get his first kill onto Sacred. They've still got to get past Vape. At this point, they've also got to get past...
Oh, and they're just running out. Yeah, CAPO trying to make the run to the bomb site, but it seems like the lack of time. It seems like their past demons have come to haunt them. Draco on 1 HP, 15 seconds left. All of Team Privilege ready on this B bomb site to take down any CAPO attackers trying to come in, and it looks like we're going to the last round. Sketchy, can he get anything done? No, just 1 kill. Round number 25, here we come.
Round number 25, and how much can CAPO buy on round 25? Map point for both teams. Rap sitting on a P250 with only $3,000. That's going to be armor and a weaker rifle. And it looks like armor, a stack of grenades, and sitting on the P250. Is he able to find a gun on the ground? Okay. Teammate dropped him an AK. Excellent, excellent. Now here we see the same contact smokes from Team Privilege, the same denial of access into B mid, the same blindness on the ramp. Here we see Arson on his pool play. Again in a very unique position. Grenade spam going through. Doesn't do damage this time. Clutch throws another frag grenade. No early damage from those frag grenades. It looks like CAPO found a nice place to wait out, and Arson playing the head glitch this time. There hasn't been much action towards pool to challenge Arson, who has been playing unique positions. Draco does pre-fire the head glitch and win that duel. And then move completely away from pool.
Yeah, CAPO now, they have an advantage, and this is very rare. They haven't had the advantage in most rounds. And with 45 seconds left, they still have a good amount of time. They don't have to rush anything just yet, but we know that they've been a demon to their past selves. They have fallen victim to their own bad habits, and right now it seems like they're going to try and avoid that. They're going to try and make their way on into this B site. This is the last push for them. CAPO to make a final some sort of stand here as Vape does take down 1. He takes down 2. Can he get 3 here? And Sketchy takes down Vape. Scott takes 1 down. A 2 versus 1. Sketchy's going for the plant. Clutch will deny him that, and Team Privilege win it out. A hectic ending to map number 1, and Team Privilege, by the skin of their teeth, they are able to take map number 1, steal away CAPO's own map pick. And will they go for this defuse? Who knows? I hope they will. And Team Privilege now 13-12. They're going to close it out in an outstanding manner. Both teams giving it their all in Team Privilege. Now you can see, wow, look at how close it was on the scoreboard. Scott, Arson, and Vape showing up, and so did Draco, Rap, and Sacred. Map number 1 in the bag here for Team Privilege. A very close one as we move on into the next map, which will be a very, very interesting raid that Team Privilege, they picked themselves. So, Warren, my heart is pumping. The blood is flowing through the veins, and I'm sure it is for them as well.
Oh, congratulations to Team Privilege. What a fantastic 13-12 map win. I gotta say, I don't think 13-12 tells the whole story. I believe Team Privilege had a fantastic breach side. A lot of coalition-sided rounds from CAPO were won by spectacular plays and extraordinarily difficult situations that they were placed in by Team Privilege. And I gotta say, CAPO, why are you choosing Soar if you don't have a better breach side, a better idea of what you want to do to get yourself onto bomb sites than that? There's a lot of very slow rounds and a lot of simply waiting far too long to make the move. A lot of almost panic rushes in the last 20 seconds of a round towards a bomb site. They still almost won. I got to give them that. Some great gunfights, some fantastic plays from the coalition side, some fantastic plays from the breach side in the rounds that they won. But again, congratulations to Team Privilege. I think they looked really strong there on Soar.
I'm excited for Raid next as well. But before we do that, we're going to go to a quick interview with CAPO, actually, before we go on into that second map. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for this nice interview with CAPO.
Hello, my name is Meiko, and I'm here joined by Rap from CAPO.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining the interview. It's really nice of you, and your outfit as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty classy. Do you play C-Ops with that outfit?
Sometimes.
Ooh.
When I'm like.
All right, let's jump on to the interview. So the first question is, you won the last game, which was the semifinal game, and that brings you guys to the finals. Now, what do you think was the key for success in that last match?
Honestly, having all our players doing their part, including the IGL. We really played well together as a team. Since we were like also under pressure, that helped us like playing better, knowing hundreds of people were watching us. So, yeah.
Yeah, and if you think about the recording, and the recording stays there as well, they usually get like tens of thousands of views.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
It is.
Did your team learn anything about maybe your own teammates, maybe the enemy team, or maybe just the game itself during your last match?
Yeah, honestly, the only thing we learned is that like we got to keep our cool sometimes, and like not to get heated in intense situations, because that messes up our gameplay. It was just more of a learning experience for ourselves.
That's nice. You're still learning about the game. It kind of tells how high of a skill ceiling Critical Ops has.
Yeah.
All right. So you will be facing Team Privilege, I think is the name, in the finals of the first main tournament. What are your expectations of how the match will go, and how has your team prepared?
Honestly, like going into the finals against Team Privilege is going to be like very tough, knowing that they are like much better than our other opponents. Like we have faced off earlier this circuit. So another thing, our IGL suspended for this game, so like we have to prepare like different things on every map to like help us on Sunday, which is today.
That's gonna be tough without an IGL. Do you have like a stand-in IGL for this, or are you just going in without an IGL?
No, we're definitely gonna have like a backup IGL. So yeah, but we're gonna like work on things before the game, so like we know what to do. So yeah.
All right, that's good. So about the circuit as itself, how do you feel about circuit as a competition in general?
Well, it's finally nice playing a tourney that isn't a scam. So I like the competition here and like the bragging rights you have if you beat a team. So it's fun.
Yeah, and I mean, getting to the finals in the main tournament itself is already quite a big accomplishment, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, it would be nice to win the whole thing, but just getting to the finals of main tournament is already a big thing.
Yeah, it's already an accomplishment.
Yeah, 100%. Do you think you will get to the final tournament? Or I mean, I guess since you are in finals, you're already You're already
Yeah.
going to be there.
Sure are. For sure.
How do you think the finals will go? The final tournament?
I think it's gonna be like really competitive. Just, like a lot of people bragging every time they beat a team. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy, especially after a team wins. It's gonna be nuts.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, we're already at that point. The interview is almost done. So, what would you like to say to your fans?
For the fans supporting us, our hashtag is remember the fedora. I also want to give a shout out to Seattle for founding this team along with 12, in case he's watching. And shout out to Vin and Equinox who helped me get to where I am right now.
Nice. Those are some nice words.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips or tricks for let's say not amateur players but players who have been playing ranked quite a bit and are maybe at like master or diamond ranked or even spec ops and want to get into competitive scene? Would you have any tips or tricks for those players how to get there?
Yeah. Just like keep grinding the game, I guess. Work on your aim. Don't bait other players. That's a big thing because people don't like baiters. That's pretty much it. Just got to keep grinding.
Yeah, it is a big grind, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, those are all the questions I have for now. For this interview, I'm sure I will be probably interviewing you again, and I hope you bring another beautiful costume for us to see.
I will. I'll change.
And good luck for your next game, and also remember to have fun in the tournament.
Will do.
All right. Thank you for doing this interview, Rap, and yeah, good luck.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mako, and I'm here with Clutch from Privilege.
Yo, man, thanks for having me on this interview today.
Thank you for doing this interview.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, let's jump on right to the first question. So you won the last game, which was semi-final game in the main tournament 1, and I believe this was against INQ. What do you think was the key for success in this matchup?
The key to our success, I think, was just our experience that we have, like, playing together and how good we play as a team, especially on canals. We won on the breach side, and we just played as a team very, very well.
Yeah. Has your team been together for a long time? Like, are you old friends or so on?
Yeah, so me, Ottawa, Mirage, and Scott have been in Xenocide. We won the last circuit, and then now we have some new additions like Spoken, Arson, Vapey, and we're all trying to win this circuit as well, but most of us have been together for a while now.
All right, that does sound good. You really do have a strong lineup right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, let's hop on to the next one. Did your team learn anything interesting about your opponent team, so INQ, or maybe even your own team, maybe your own teammates, maybe some new tactics, or just the game itself?
Well, what I learned from us that we can play better as a team, because some of the games were close against INQ, but I feel like we did play pretty good as a team, but there's still stuff we can improve on always.
Yeah, that's always good to keep in mind, that there's always something to improve. Yeah. Actually, that brings in mind, do you, like, you as a team, do you guys watch your own games after the game and sort of like point out, okay, there was a mistake. Can we somehow make this better next time?
Yeah, so since we were the first semifinals game, we decided to watch the game after hours. And after that, we rewatched our game together and we were just going over stuff we could have done better, what we did good, how should we execute a strat better, and this and that.
Nice. That's
Yes,
really
sir.
good to hear.
Yeah, we just tried to like fix our mistakes. So try to get better at a map, even if we're really good on it. We just want to be like maintain being the best on it.
Nice. That is really good to hear. I do like hearing like pro teams actually like taking practice sort of into the next level. So not just playing scrims, but also like watching their own games, watching like opponent team games, and sort of trying to come up with different tactics to beat different teams. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
And also that sort of brings us to the next question. So you will be facing Team CAPO in the finals of the first main tournament. What are your expectations for this match? And also, have you prepared for this match in a way that you have maybe watched CAPO's old games and sort of trying to figure out how they play, and maybe figured out some counter strategies against them?
Yeah, I don't want to sound like cocky or like, have too much confidence, but I think we're going to 2-0 them.
Oh, that is kind of cocky though.
Yeah, I got to be cocky though. But the maps that we all have chosen are some of our better maps. So I'm like really, really confident that we can beat them, especially since we were watching their semifinals games and we noticed mistakes on raid. So I know we can take advantage of that and hopefully we 2-0 them.
All right, so you actually have watched their games and sort of figured out what they are, their weaknesses and strengths, and sort of play around those.
Yes, sir.
Nice. That is really good to hear. I don't want to like peek around and try to ask you any specifics. Like, of course, you don't want to give out your trade secrets, but it's really good to hear that teams are doing that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So the next question is, how do you feel about circuit as a competition in general?
I think this circuit is way better than the last one. I feel like there's like better teams in this circuit than there was in season 2. And I just hope that we can win all of the circuit months like we did in season 2 and just win every circuit month there is.
Did you play in the circuit 1?
Yes, we did, but we got to the grand finals against I think it was Hammers, but I did not play. I had a fractured wrist on both of them, and I couldn't play. But my team lost 3-2. But it was a pretty close game. But I feel like if I played, we would have probably won since I'm the IGL and captain.
I see. I like your confidence. You're very, very confident.
I gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you need to be ambitious if you want to win.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's almost the time. So, do you have any last words for your fans, or not? I guess saying last words is a bit ominous, but would you have any words for your fans?
Nah, just we're really thankful for everyone that supports us and being there for us. We'll try our best to not disappoint anybody this circuit, and hopefully we come up on top.
All right, some nice words right there. Also, would you have any tips and tricks for players who have been playing ranked and maybe are pretty good at ranked, but they do have an interest of playing competitively? Would you have any tips and tricks for those players who want to get there but are not quite sure how?
Just keep grinding. I know some people started off as playing calm. It's like where pro players and other community members play like scrims, I guess you would say, and you get points from that. And I know a lot of pro players that have started there and now are in good teams and stuff. So just keep practicing. One day you'll make it.
Yeah. I mean, it's always a grind, right?
Yes, sir. It is.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all of the questions I have for you right now, and I do hope I get to talk with you again. I mean, you're already in the finals, so you're most certainly going to be in the final tournament. Or, yeah, you're probably going to be there. So I will most likely be talking with you again at some point.
Yep, can't wait.
Yeah. I hope your game goes well. I hope to see a very close match between Privilege and Capo. I hope you all give your best, and I hope you guys good luck, and I hope you guys have fun. That's a lot of hopes.
Thank you. There was.
Yeah. But anyways, good luck for your game, and thank you, Clutch, for giving us this interview.
Yep, no problem.
That was Rap from Capo and Clutch from Team Privilege, respectively. We do enjoy hearing these players actually talk about their experiences with the circuit, with their teammates, as well as in-game as well. I'm your host, Cool Mark, joined by my co-caster, Warren. And if you are interested in becoming, like Clutch was talking about, a player that can participate in this main tournament or in the circuit in general, feel free to sign up. The signups are open for main tournament number 2. They're open until Tuesday, September 7th. There's more information in the description of this live stream to check out how to sign up. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the actual match on hand. So, Warren, why don't you walk us through what we saw last map? A very, very hectic one.
We saw a close map on Soar that Team Privilege took away from Capo with a fantastic comeback, 13-12 scoreline. Very dominant coalition-sided round in the first half from Capo, entering the second half with a tremendous lead. And then, I've got to say, great plays, a great coalition half from Team Privilege. But Capo falling apart a bit on the breach side, struggling to win the 4 rounds they needed to win, and ultimately failing to do so from the breach side to take the map away. There were fantastic plays from both sides, really high-level gunfights, some big-time mind games, great use of utility, a level of grenade kills that you usually only see in Europe. But as we move into Raid, Team Privilege did beat Team Capo on their own map pick of Soar.
Yeah, one thing to note is Team Privilege picked this map, which is Raid, that we're going to be seeing very shortly. Capo, though, last week won versus Team Phoenix 13-12 as well. And so, once again, like Warren has mentioned in the past, the teams are picking each other's map victories in the past. However, honestly, I think Team Privilege have a 2-0 advantage. They're going to win this whole entire series in 2-0, given how close Capo was with Team Phoenix last time. Barely getting that win. They once again had a huge advantage, and Team Phoenix almost came back to win out the entire map. So Capo, they have a very tough opponent, arguably tougher than Team Phoenix this time around with Team Privilege, and the former circuit winners as well. Team Privilege have lots of experience coming in. Capo, they're going to have to really regroup, and I wish we could listen into their communications and we could have a listen on in, but unfortunately we can't. It is something that I wish we could hear, just because what is it like for them right now? Are they very hectic? Are they calm? Are they trying to talk to each other, talk about the strats, or just be mentally positive, right? That's something that always takes effect into these players' minds as they're playing this game together.
I believe that Capo is capable of beating Team Privilege. I've seen them be excellent players. I know what they can do, but I've got to say, they are going to have to play lights out to reverse sweep this. If they're going to beat Team Privilege, they have got to have their foot on the floor, pedal to the metal, just full speed, and they are going to have to do great by all 5 players, because right now, Team Privilege is hot.
Yeah, Shinx really didn't show up that well last map, or on the bottom frag at least for the side of Capo, 10 and 20. It was Draco and Rap who really carried the team in the last game. And so we'll see here, can Shinx really pull their weight as well coming up into this next map? Because that is something we have to take advantage of, to look at, because in the past, Capo, when they won their 2 maps in the last week, they actually had Rap as well as Shinx both top fragging. So that was a key X factor for them. They need to make sure these players are activated on the gear. And I'm also curious to see which side they start on respectively, because that's not something that is of no possibility. It does have an effect on the actual players in their minds, because like we saw today, having CAPO start on the actual coalition side gave them a good advantage to go on in, but at the end of the day, they weren't able to capitalize on that breach side, and that allowed Team Privilege to get that advantage and get that final retake for that 13-12 victory, 2 versus 1. It was all that was left. So it's very, very close, like we've mentioned, but still, CAPO not able to pull it off on their own map pick, and Team Privilege now have an advantage going on in. So I'm a little bit worried for CAPO, but Warren, like you said, they are able to pull this one off, and they have shown resilience.
One thing that I'm going to be looking at specifically is last week on the coalition side for CAPO, Rap was defending, usually solo defending the A bomb site, a notoriously difficult site to defend on this map. And often, as would be expected, the victim of an absolute barrage of flash and frag grenades and a 5-man rush where he's not able to do much to defend effectively. I don't know if there's much one even can do to defend the A bomb site as a solo player, but I'd like to see if he's made any adjustments to fend that off more successfully.
Yeah, I think
Here
we'll
we
have to
move
see
into
the knife
knives.
round. Woo! Love the knife round. And
I've got to say, as this knife round goes on, Mark, it is an absolute pleasure to cast Soar and Raid in the first 2 maps of a finals.
yeah, not something
we
we've
just
seen
never
very
see
often.
these.
No, not at all. And it's nice to see a change of pace, especially when some of these changes have been implemented. I'm not even sure what just happened. They're very, very interesting from that of Shinx. But we'll see here if the 2 teams will go on forward. You can see on the breach side right now is CAPO, and on the coalition side is Team Privilege. Whichever team wins will be able to pick their side. And well, this is actually kind of what we mentioned before, a little bit more of a breach-sided map. It's rare to have to see that in Critical Ops, but we've seen it in the past, and it seems like a very, very clean 5 players staying alive there for Team Privilege. And, well, who knows? They might pick the more difficult side first. It seems like maybe they did that last time, taking on that coalition side. Team Privilege, we haven't really seen them play the map of Raid. We'll see how they adjust to that A bomb site, because like we've seen in the past, nades flying in, wall bangs, wall spams coming in onto that A bomb site. And like you said, Warren, it is very tough to hold on to there. So we shall see as we move on in to this first map. I believe you should be able to see it on your screen any second now. But Warren, who do you have winning this first map, or this second map actually?
The second map, I give it to Team Privilege. It might be close. It might not actually be close. I feel like Soar wasn't actually as close as the 13-12 scoreline that it finished with. I feel like Team Privilege played really spectacularly all 25 rounds, and I think that they're going to get Raid here too.
Warren and I concur both that this will be a 2-0 sweep from Team Privilege, and we shall see what lies ahead of us. CAPO starting on the breach side, Team Privilege on the coalition side, and it is true, they will give themselves a little bit of a tougher start this time. You can see here Scott was the MVP for both maps in the semifinals with 49 kills. That's an average of 24.5 kills per game. That's absolutely incredible here, and so we can see if he can unlock that once again, it might be that quick 2-0 like we were saying. CAPO now, though, starting very, very timidly, seeing if there's any rush coming from Team Privilege, and, well, it's not looking like that. They're just huddled on here over towards these tunnels so they can defend both A and B very quickly, and I think that's actually a very smart decision from them. Usually we see teams come in with a couple players on A, a couple players on B, but right now they are playing in one of the most central locations that allow for very quick rotation. So regardless of what CAPO do, Team Privilege can have a lot of players ready on either of the bomb sites in a very quick fashion. So an innovative strategy. I genuinely have not seen this very often, Warren.
And we see here's gonna be a smoke grenade into the A bomb site. Now this is the pistol round, so the traditional knowledge, the traditional wisdom here on Raid doesn't hold. It's pistols against pistols. It's not as impossible to defend. And here do come those fast rotations through the vents. There's a 1-for-1 trade. The bomb already planted.
Oh, double nade kill. Oh, what? Another double nade kill back. Shinx and Sketchy. 4 nade kills in the pistol round. This is absolutely incredible. And a 1-versus-1 to close it off. Shinx versus Scott. Scott's gonna have to come in, and he does close it out. Team Privilege, they take the coalition side, and Scott is not at all scared to give that teabag, that BM, and he starts it off with a nice little tease there. What an insane round. 4 nade kills across the entire map on this pistol round.
And as I was saying earlier, it's going to be difficult for Rap or anyone to defend. Once you're on the A bomb site, there's very little you can do about eating damage from frag grenades. And 4 kills right off the bat. What a fantastic first round. I love this map. All right,
we're gonna
just
be seeing
pistols.
a lot of those. We're going to be seeing a lot of those nade kills, and you can see, though, CAPO, they have so many nades. 2 smoke grenades, 1 flash, and 5 frag grenades. Will they use them, though? Ottawa is going to come in here quick. Can he get 2 kills? Yes, he can. Doesn't find a third, but Clutch actually could take a huge amount of damage. So many of them so low, though. Clutch could line him up, and he doesn't actually. He get 2 kills, and they might actually go for this bomb plant, but another 2 kills. 6 total already. Warren, what a spectacular match we're witnessing so far.
6 nade kills in 2 rounds and A bomb site action. Nobody's camping heaven. Nobody's moving through the vents. Just movement onto the bomb site. This is fantastic. And here come the rifles for everyone on CAPO. It's AKs against largely SA-58s. So a bit of gun advantage for CAPO. On a breach advantage map, this could be their first round. This should be their first round. This is the second time we've seen that pre-fire into mid from behind the metal wall.
Yeah, and that nade does good damage, though, from Scott on the Sacred. And I'm wondering if we'll ever see kills. You can see there, that is the end bullet holes from where that spam came from. So they're trying to see if anyone will go towards mid and be able to get some damage onto them. But CAPO have to make some inroads here. They are heavily focused on B, it seems. 2 players towards mid, a couple towards Boiler, as well as B long. But Heaven as well sits a player with the bomb. It's going to be Rap. And will they be able to make their way on into this B bomb site? It will be tough. It's smoked off right now. And CAPO, will they fall victim to, once again, their old habits of playing it too slow? With 45 seconds left, they don't really have map control, but they could absolutely turn out here onto this B bomb site. It's a 2-for-2 trade so far, and Rap gets taken down here. Clutch taking down 1 more as well. And so 2 versus 2 at this point now, just left to Ottawa. Sketchy and Shinx will get that bomb plant down with 25 seconds left. That bomb, could the nade get the kill? No, he finds 1 though. And Ottawa, will he get the other one? He has to go for the reload now. Has that nice critical ops skin, a very rare one at that. And a 1 versus 1. Shinx versus Ottawa. Ottawa, will he suspect him over there? No! Shinx finds that first frag, and as well will be able to get that first round for CAPO.
And that was fantastic play by Shinx. You don't often see the plant under heaven instead of in the barrels, but you saw there that Shinx was about to plant against the wall under heaven, and then remembered that he can be wall banged through the green boxes at that position, stopped the plant, moved a few units over, and replanted the bomb. And when the coalition came in, they did try the wall bang. Shinx was safe. He was able to clutch out the round.
Will Vape be able to get any kills with this FP6? We've seen the flying shotgun, an absolutely stupid, must I say, strategy, but it works sometimes. It catches people off by surprise, and Vape might be that flying shotgun today. With Rap up above, has that AK-47. If you could take 1 down, that'd be a great advantageous spot for Team Privilege here. As you can see there, they're going to take down Clutch and Arson. Looks unlikely that Team Privilege will be able to do anything here, as Rap and Ottawa are going to face off against each other as well. Vape now the last one here, as he will not get taken down. Vape seemed like he wasn't able to respond there, maybe fully flashed, but CAPO, they tie it up 2-2.
Great round. Rifles against pistols, so what should have happened did happen. CAPO took the round. There was a great flank by Arson onto B long, but he only had a P250 or a Deagle. He wasn't able to get kills before the unprepared players noticed him, turned, and got the frag. So nothing came of it, but still good play by Arson that round. And here is CAPO looking for a third. Some early nade damage again. And now Vape defending heaven with a real rifle. No more SA-58s, no more FP6s. It's actually really difficult to hit the players coming out of heaven with anything that doesn't spray accurately and consistently. So that AUG should hold down the B bomb site a lot more easily. And we've already got a first kill for the coalition. Team Privilege enters the 5 versus 4 advantage And Draco has B long, but he's taken a tremendous amount of grenade damage, and he's killed by a fantastic timing peek from Scott. Steps in front of a flash grenade. And 3 versus 5. They've still got B long. Scott has fallen back again, but they need to convert this B long in heaven into B site.
Yeah, they're watching the flank. And so Rap, yeah, he's able to catch off Clutch and Scott as well. And so 2 versus 3 now. Some sort of hope for them, but Sketchy taken down. And so just Rap, they've surely heard him as well. They know he's over towards heaven. You can see 2 players looking there as well. That flashbang confirms where he's at. And Vape should be able to come for this one. They see that pistol thrown down, and they are now just looking at him like a fool. That smoke comes out, and he knows just a couple seconds he will get taken down. So Team Privilege, they take the lead here with a 3-2 scoreline.
That's a great coalition round from Team Privilege. They won that opening duel, which gave them a good advantage. A lot of early nade damage on the B-long players moving towards Heaven and Boiler. And let's see if CAPO chooses to move towards the A-bomb site again. Ooh, a mid play. Perhaps mid in defense.
Oh boy. That was a collateral, I think, from Shinx. Took down Ottawa and got some damage onto Scott. So a very nice play there. And Sacred at M1887. Lethal. It doesn't even opt to pick up that AUG just yet. Might opt to get for it later, but with that close range action, Clutch, can he do anything with the M4? No, doesn't get the kill. And now CAPO, they have control over this A bomb site. Just Scott now sitting over towards that spawn area. Could do some damage with that HK, but will actually get tagged down to 1 HP. Somehow still alive by the skin of his teeth. And we'll hear that bomb plant going down. Will call for the rotates, but knows that this is a dire situation and likely that it will be a tie game.
I think Arson may elect to save here. It's a 2 versus 4, which is difficult enough, but it's really a 1.01 versus 4 with Scott at 1 hit point. Scott's going to be lucky to get out of here with his gun. I think he's close enough to the bomb blast that he dies to the bomb blast regardless.
Yeah, if he can escape, that'd be incredible. Oh, those find one, but he's going to get taken out. No, somehow doesn't get taken out. Can he survive now at this point? They should chase him. If they're smart, they would want to do that. And Scott will believe that he can stay alive from right here. Will he be able to? And yes. Oh, both Arson and Scott. Arson's on 2 HP. Scott's on 1. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Wow. Somehow they stay alive, and they keep those guns moving into the next round.
And keeping those guns on a breach-sided map like this, with the coalition economy being what it is going to be very helpful moving into the rest of the half.
This lineup potentially could get something. Is it gonna spot anything? No, not just yet. But you know, it does see. Oh, he gets tagged back. He gets tagged back. Shinx says, absolutely not. I'm gonna get tagged. Okay, the wall bangs are actually doing something out. Warren, this is exciting to see them actually come into play as we finally see it. But I was gonna say, Arson and Scott, you know what they had for breakfast? They had some good old Lucky Charms, as they're counting their good luck right now. Their good luck stars.
It is really wonderful to see those wall bangs work, because we saw the wall bangs in the semifinals. We saw many attempts at them. It looked like a lot of wasted bullets. Interesting to me, I didn't even know that that was a wall you could shoot through. But here, you can see damage done. 2 players brought down to half without any team having any vision of the other so far this round.
And once again, Capo playing the slow game. 50 seconds left. They don't have any map control just yet. If they go somewhere, they're going to have to expand onto this A-bomb site. Ottawa now sees Raps corner shadow, but doesn't manage to get the kill. Now Scott left alone to defend this A-bomb site. We've talked about how difficult it is to defend. Vape does find Sacred, though. And Scott will be able to stay alive for any bit longer now. 3 HP, and I think he hears Rap, and he might see more of them now. They know he's in the smoke right now. Sketchy is right there, but he gets taken out. Scott finally in Arson, a 1 versus 4. Like we've mentioned before, this is a very tough map, especially in the coalition side, to protect that A-bomb site. Arson does find 1, but Capo find round number 4. And Team Privilege having a tough time, but A site always difficult to keep under wraps.
A-site can also be difficult to defend post-plant if you're out of utility. So good job by CAPO to get so many kills on their way into the bomb site. Both of their successful plants at the A bomb site have included... Shakes!
What? Was that a collateral? I believe that had to be a collateral there. Even though this is just an eco round from Team Privilege, CAPO should be able to win it out. What a nice collat. 2 kills and 1 bullet. And CAPO extend their lead to 2.
Here's the good lead for CAPO, this time from the breach side. Now they're rifles against rifles, but let's see if we see that U ratio from Sacred move towards mid again. Does he take the duel, or does he play patiently and go for the wall bang? No, it's a B-long play. Wall bang from Scott. The U ratio not there to answer the wall bang duel. Rap won all of his opening duels here last round. That gets the assist as Draco goes down in this A bomb site. So difficult to defend, but Ottawa's able to get one. He's got a reinforcement. Dies to a frag grenade. It's not just winning the gunfights, it's dodging 5 frag grenades.
Vape. Gotten 2, 3! Vape! What is going on here? A nade kill and 2 odd kills as well. Leaves Scott in the perfect position to clutch this one out. 1 versus 1 right now. Sacred picks up that AK, slows it down just a bit. Now Scott as well has a smoke grenade. He could go for something here, but he's going to wait for the bomb plant to go down. Sacred will have to plant the bomb. He's heard it now, and he's heard that it's a fake. Scott now won't bite the bait, and now he will. Now he will, and he will get the win. A very nice play from Vape to set up Scott for the victory. 4-5 here as we go back and forth.
What an exciting round. What an exciting A bomb site take. 2 frag grenade kills. I believe Vape, such an absolute hero. A multi-kill from a frag grenade into a 2-player spray down. Just fantastic. He would have got more kills if he didn't die to a frag grenade. There's just frag grenades everywhere. Anytime you're on an A bomb site at this level of play, you are not safe. Getchy does move towards mid. It looks like he's pushing very aggressively to try to get a flank. He takes that angle. Does he move through Coalition spawn? There's actually going to be Scott waiting very patiently at Coalition spawn for this flank. And there's absolutely no way that if he pushes through, he's not going to die to Scott here. Sacred, very patient. What CAPO would love is for somebody to walk in front of Sacred's crosshairs. There it is. He gets the kill, opens the round into a 5 versus 4, already repositions. Ottawa gets one back towards the A bomb site.
Now it's slowed down. CAPO, they have to figure out where they want to go as the defense piles up over towards B. You can see there, Vape underneath. Scott finds another over towards mid. So now that they see the smoke coming out, they're going to rotate all their players over towards B bomb site, and Vape finds one as well. The defense holding strong. Jinx finds one in return, and somehow the defense collapses though. Ottawa finds one. 25 seconds left. Sacred on low HP. Could get a shot on the Ottawa, but he denies it. The double kill and Team Privilege tie up the game 5-5. They're doing extraordinarily well here on the Coalition side.
What spectacular rounds. Just kills everywhere. Every single angle being explored. Players moving in through vents, moving in through heaven, moving in from B-long, taking duels on B-long, taking duels in the vents. Just kills everywhere around both bomb sites. Shinx with the M1887 moving through vents quickly. Again, this is my favorite play. Does he get the free early kill on the unprepared player? No, no one from Team Privilege is in vents. Oh, here's Shinx. Arson does win the duel against the M1887. Fantastic, quick trigger finger from Arson.
Oh, Scott could do some damage here. Yes, Scott and Clutch combined for 2 kills. And now CAPO are in a dire situation. Rap left alone against Arson, and they're taking down all 5 players staying alive here from Team Privilege. Last round of the half, and it looks like CAPO falling flat here on their own breach side.
Team Privilege simply winning every single gunfight, especially the first duel against the M1887. Team Privilege had no business getting that opening frag but they managed it. I believe it was Arson with just extraordinary reaction times. A bit of a peeker's advantage. And here we see a more traditional B defense, early smoke grenade into heaven. Here's Sacred moving into mid. Sacred probably going to try to get a pick in vents again. But poor Ottawa defending A bomb site by himself. Here's
That nade
frag
though
grenade.
does so much damage. Ottawa has 2 kills already, softened up by the grenade, and Clutch as well chimes in for 1. All 5 players still alive. Damaged, yes, but still alive. And so Sacred now will walk in, not going to check out Arson, who will take him down. So last player is Shinx, and left alone, no control of the bomb. Team privilege, all 5 players alive. This would be a miracle, Clutch, and it's not going to happen here as you see the flank incoming as well. Arson already coming behind and might get that frag on the Shinx.
And Team Privilege moving towards a 7-5 half on the Coalition side of Raid. Shinx does get one. Here's the flank. There's the kill. There's the 7th round. There's the first half. Team Privilege with the round advantage moving into their breach side on the second half. Team CAPO really wants to win this pistol round. This is a breach-sided map. Team Privilege already has the lead. They're already hitting every single shot. Team CAPO may be in for a rough time.
And you can see their CAPO, if they do get to the finals, they might have to go for that 13-12 again. Quarterfinals and semifinals. That's how they won their map number 3. But will they even make it to map number 3? We'll have to see. They lost 12-13 in map number 1 today, so it will be tough. The XD coming out from Sacred, as well as the MR for Shinx. So an interesting set of utility. Double nades from CAPO and Team Privilege are playing a very, very slow approach over towards heaven. All 5 players. And this is something that Team Privilege have really liked to do together. They all like to go in the same area, generally speaking, to either push or defend. And so you can see here right now, it's all over towards heaven. Clutch looks like he's sliding down the stairs, doing some moonwalking, it seems. But 50 seconds left. Team Privilege just trying to see that there's no flank just yet. Sacred playing on the bomb site, but so far back. The only player really here to defend immediately. We'll have to call for backup, albeit Draco and Sketchy are close. But I think Sacred's been spotted. He spotted them out, and he's going to throw that nade. Now this is the cue here for Team Privilege to go onto the bomb site. The bomb does get planted, and you can see here 3 players, or 1 player, or 2 players still in the heaven area. 1 player on the bomb site. He might die here, Arson, but he did get that bomb plant down. And this is a very, very smart setup by Team Privilege. Not really in their position at all. CAPO have no clue where they are at. And the element of surprise now gone, but that still has so many players here. Ottawa lines another one up, and they're just getting torn apart here. CAPO do find a couple players, but trying to go for the knife. Shinx was desperate there. And, well, Team Privilege, a very calculated, methodical pistol round, only putting Arson onto the actual bomb site. Ottawa waiting over towards B long for the plant, and just tactical mindset from Team Privilege to win it out.
Yeah, what a fantastic way to play a patient round from Team Privilege. Just Team CAPO had no information whatsoever until the bomb moved into the B bomb site from B long. And now they've got the round deficit and only pistols. They're trying to play aggressively through gravel to mitigate this disadvantage. They'd like to find a 5 versus 1 or a 5 versus 2. They'd like to turn these pistols into at least 1 kill and pick up of a dropped rifle from that kill. They're continuing this aggression. They're slow. They're silent. We see the same patience from Team Privilege. They know they have the advantage with these rifles. They don't know they have a completely free, completely open B bomb site. And Shinx gets a double knife in the vents. Oh my god!
And they're getting the flank so quickly right now. Somehow Team Privilege are just letting us go. Can they get another knife kill? No, Sacred wanted to go for that. Team Privilege somehow falling apart here on this round. Not really checking their flank. And you can see their Ottawa taken out. What is this round? Vasion's going to have to clutch it out here, but it's not looking likely. He does find 2. Does find 3. Can he get 2 more for the ace? What an incredible round. He's not going to show his own position. He knows what the bomb's planted, and he's might going to go for the taps now. He spots one, tries to avoid the nade, does avoid the nade, but will he get this bomb plant? No, he won't. And somehow CAPO, I don't even know, those 2 knife kills by Shinx. What even was that?
What a fantastic eco round from CAPO. I mean, how would you expect that as Team Privilege? How would you expect a player moving all the way from the A bomb site, from Coalition Spawn through the A bomb site, through gravel, to get behind you in the vents? What I think Team Privilege was expecting is those pistols to try to play the closest angles they could, and were waiting from a rotation through vents on players from CAPO trying to mitigate the disadvantage of their P250s, but instead just full aggression, allowing them to get 3 very easy opening kills that round. And now everybody's got rifles, except Arson with a submachine gun. Rap doesn't have knowledge of Vape moving across that smoke grenade. And here is what I mentioned earlier. Rap by himself on the A-bomb site, probably very soon to eat a grenade barrage. My prediction for this round, definitely Team Privilege stacked outside of the A-bomb site. Rap no longer alone. There have been some rotations. He's got a teammate in vent. He's got a teammate who can come quickly from Coalition Spawn. But he already goes down. Sacred's able to get the first kill. He's completely blinded and out of ammunition. He has to fall back into the vents. But Shinx, rotating from Coalition Spawn, gets the double kill and shuts down the A site push. Draco cleans up another from the back in vents. And what a spectacular Coalition round from CAPO. That's 2 in a row for them.
Yeah, Shinx came alive. A very crucial moment to at least protect Draco there. The flash really blinded them. So Shinx coming out. 19 kills on his back. 10 the next for Sacred. And so you can see here, Shinx doing so much work. We saw Shinx and Rap. Right now, Shinx is really pulling his weight. Shinx, though, gonna come on over here. And a very interesting play. Rap, that was his worst nightmare, is being on A side alone while the push comes through. And we'll see here how they adjust. Team Privilege now with very little to work with. Just Deagle, some M1887s, and potentially a tie game coming up as CAPO look to defend this B bomb site. It seems like the hit might be coming towards there, and Sketchy has everything he needs. More than enough utility compared to that of Team Privilege as they get something. Actually, Arson finds one, and Ottawa finds another, doing some good damage. And can they get that bomb plant down? I think they will go for the bomb plant, as it is a 3 versus 2, and Clutch finds another as well. It's just much more doable for them. Shinx does find one, and they're getting good damage, but Clutch now has to do so much work at spot 1. Can they get Clutch? No, they can't. And Rap now alone, 1 versus 2, finds one. Can he get Vape down? The flash potentially binding Vape out here. He's gonna go for the defuse. Can he go for it? Can he get it? Can he get it? Vape is gonna come out, and he jumps out too late. Doesn't get the kill either, and the game is tied. A round that should not have been so close, but CAPO do get it at the end of the day, and we have a tie game now.
Great play by Rap, throwing the flash grenade and absolutely sticking that defuse. And he gets the kill afterwards just for fun.
Yeah, Sacred on the Super 90. Not a gun we see too often anymore after the update. And oh my goodness, Shinx somehow so much damage. Takes down Scott, takes Clutch down to less than 10 HP. And oh my goodness there. How did Shinx manage that? Draco takes down Clutch, and a 3 versus 5 now. A 2 versus 5 as Vape and Ottawa. This round ending before it even started. 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Only 25 seconds in, and we have a 2 versus 5. Vape will have to pull something incredible off with his teammate. But it looks like CAPO might take the lead.
Were those early kills from the mid-door wall spam?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Oh, spectacular.
So Team Privilege now don't really have much map control. They're going to try and take over this Coalition spawn, but they have to deal with Shinx, who, like we said before, was able to get that nice spam kill. So is aware of all the positionings over towards that mid area, and Shinx will take another one down. Ottawa out of the round, and will Shinx take down Vape? Should be a likely possibility here, as he will do so. 9-8. CAPO, they take the lead and restore confidence in themselves.
CAPO takes the lead from the coalition side on raid. They've won, I believe, 5 rounds in a row at this point. And for Team Privilege, they had the momentum, they had the half, they have the advantaged side, and they're just not finding any rounds. Here's Shinx with that wall spam again. No early kills from it this time. It looks like everyone's learning to be careful around that location. Rap by himself on the A-bomb site again. He gets flashed. This early frag grenade's going to do some damage, very minor damage. He dodges a lot of flash grenades, finds himself a unique off angle. Doesn't take damage from the first 2 grenades, but the second 2 bring him to half. And he goes down before he's able to respond, but here's his teammates on the fast rotation.
Shinx gets that wall bang as well, does get taken down eventually though, and so does his teammate Draco. So now it's just left to Sketchy in a 1 versus 3. Does get some tag damage down, but isn't looking likely. So Team Privilege coming back, striking back with vengeance now. Potentially a 9-9 scoreline. This will not be a very one-sided second map. CAPO are going to have to fight tooth and nail. Team Privilege as well. If they want to win this 2-0, it's going to be close again. And well, Sketchy, can he do this one? It seems like Team Privilege have this under lock, and yes, they've done the damage. 9-9. Tie game, here we come.
And almost a spectacular A-site defense from CAPO, and it looks like they did adjust to the difficulty of holding the A-site to Rap. And I think the answer is you've got to have help. You've got to have teammates in a position to rotate more quickly, because what Rap needs to do is impossible to do. Against a competent team, you cannot defend a bomb site by yourself and get anything better than hopefully that first kill. There's just too much utility coming at you. It's far more likely that you'll die blinded or from frag grenade damage before you're even able to get a shot off.
Did Arsene see Sacred right there? It seems like he saw the outline, got that spam out, didn't really do any damage, but interesting enough, knows that they potentially have someone watching mid, and so they might go to avoid that. Or they'll do the opposite and try and take it. So Team Privilege now, you can see that, yep, Sacred will get spammed through the wall. Arsene does finally get his kill after he spotted out Sacred. Now they are realizing the power of the wall bangs now. Rap with himself on that A bomb site. Does have Shinx ready, waiting over towards that coalition spawn area, but he's not close just yet. And it's going to be really down to Rap here, as the push will make its way on over towards this A bomb site. Ottawa taken down. Rap is not going to reposition. Finally does get good damage onto Arsene as well as Scott, and Shinx finishes them off. Vape as well coming on through. Tries to get something done, but he will get taken down. Oh no, he does actually take down Shinx. Can he get anything else done right now? Will he be able to find out Sketchy? No. Oh yes, he does. What is going on? Vape hitting the nuttiest shots in 25 seconds. Draco left alone. Oh, he knows where he is. This is insane here. Vape could go for the bomb plant, and he does stick it down. Draco now will get this flash out. Vape fully blinded, potentially. Yes, he will be taken out. And so Draco does get that retake, but Vape giving themselves a run for the money. A very close attempt there to get the double digits round score.
Great play by Shinx, rotating so quickly from that wall bang in mid from coalition spawn to get 2 kills on the players moving through Rap, and then just charges through the smoke. I have to respect that. He didn't win his duel, but just charging through the smoke grenade to close the round almost allowed Vape to clutch it out in a 1v3. But still, very confident play. Well done by Shinx that round. And now, these rounds are much faster than anything we've seen on Soar. There's already been 4 player deaths, make that 5.
Oh, Shinx
across the
again.
entire map.
I can't believe Shinx is having an absolute star-studded game right now. 30 kills already, and Rap is going to come in for 1. CAPO, they might take us to map number 3 here. 10-9 still the score. Scott with 15 HP, and it's slowed down tremendously. But like you said, Warren, these rounds have gotten so quick, And all of a sudden, so slow. Scott now has to find the bomb. It's on the B site. And I don't know if Rap is aware of that because Rap is rotating all the way over towards tunnels. Might think that Scott is trying to pull a quick one and go all the way from mid under tunnels, but seems like Scott has a different idea to come from B long instead and just grab the bomb directly. Might not
Now,
be the
Scott
case.
is going to want to move towards this bomb while there's still 25 or 30 seconds left in the round. If he waits until there's 10 seconds left to do it, then Rap is going to know exactly where he is because the only place he can be is fetching the bomb with the amount of time left. He does move in uncontested towards the bomb, and it does look like Rap may not be aware of the bomb's location. Oh, Scott! With 15 hit points left, wins a very important duel against Rap, who was looking the other way.
An incredible clutch from them. Scott just pulls it out of the magic hat, and now a tie game. Ladies and gentlemen, could you not be more entertained? This is exactly what we want to see in the grand finals. A close matchup. CAPO said it was going to be difficult. They know their opponent is very good. In Team Privilege, they think the 2-0's coming in. It's not as easy as they thought, though. 10-10. Here we come, ladies and gentlemen. Sacred, Draco, Sketchy, Rap, and Shinx up against the former circuit winners here. As we see Sketchy pushed up so far here. One flash could take him out. And Ottawa's on the other side waiting for Sketchy to push up.
And the game does finally slow down. We've gotten 50 seconds into this round with no deaths. Last round, both teams were almost entirely gone within the first 40 seconds. Shinx very patient. Remember, partially playing this position because from here he can so easily rotate towards the A bomb site. Now, Team Privilege is fetching the bomb. And Sketchy does get a kill from that very, very advanced. You never expect a Coalition player to be there. It's suicidal.
And they pull it out at the last moment in the game, too. You can see such late attempts are very smart to pull out a very good surprise. Scott, though, does answer back. Sacred taking out that wall bang. It seems like so many areas on this map are paper thin, and Clutch is so far pushed in. He could be the dagger in their back right now. CAPO all looking for the push over from A long. And Rap, though, they do take him down. Shinx finds another. He's going to ask for the flank here. Clutch now finds one finally, and Vape's going to have to do some huge damage here because Sketchy's also on the flank. A round of flanks. Flank after flank after flank, and Sketchy, will he be able to take him down? Oh, he does get it through the wall, and CAPO, they win it out somehow, some way. Shinx comes out. Shinx, how many kills does he have? Absolutely incredible amount, 31. That is an absolute carry from Shinx. Rap, the next player, 14 kills. Shinx has the entire team on his back. He says, we will not go down. We will make it to a map number 3, and we will continue that prophecy 13-12. But Team Privilege, will they allow that to happen? They're all going over towards B long. And the defense, Draco as well as Sketchy to defend over towards B. Does find 2! Sketchy! Incredible hold over towards B long. Can he find the 3rd? Trying to go for the spam as well. Doesn't find the other one just yet, but still huge damage done in Ottawa as well. Taking out Clutch and gets 2 frags with the P or the Vector. This is an incredible round. It goes for that flank all around and finds some damage. Can he get Sacred down? Sacred has that FP6. And this is absolute chaos, Warren.
There's players on the B bomb site. There's players in the fence. There's players on the A bomb site. There's players moving towards Gravel. And if you look at Clutch, how did Clutch get where he is? He moved through Coalition spawn.
Oh, Rap gonna get caught off guard here. Sacred now the last one alive. I think this is gonna be a tie game here. 1 kill though for Sacred. Can he get the next? A jumping shot. Doing some good damage. Putting some scares into Team Privilege. You're gonna have to be a little more cautious when playing this bomb now. Not just ready to plant. To clear it out.
You see Sacred doing absolute mind games, moving back towards the B bomb site. He'll know that there was no plant here, but he's able to move towards the A bomb site through Coalition spawn. Vape may be prepared, but it looks like Vape is looking in the other direction. Sacred may get the easy kill on Vape. Oh, he gave away his position with those shots, and now he's got to get past Scott. He does win this duel.
Oh my gosh. So close. These rounds are coming down to the 1v1s, literally. And 11-11. This is a grand finals that keeps on giving.
Now, with this much death, what guns can CAPO afford? The coalition side economy is much more punishing. Even winning so many rounds in this half, they have to play an 11-11 round with one FP6, one MP5, and a Deagle. Sketchy again taking this very aggressive position, does damage. The Vape takes him down.
Yeah, this time it didn't work out. They were expecting it after realizing what Sketchy was likely to do. It seems like there's some ghost touch there. Draco not able to adjust his aim, and Sacred now can't get anything done. Team Privilege look to forge their way on into match, map, and main tournament number 2 point.
Bomb has been planted.
Just one round away from winning it potentially as they take down Rap. Shinx now last one alive for CAPO. Should be a round for them. Yes, Team Privilege 1 round away from claiming their first main tournament victory for Season 3.
Team Privilege having finally broken the economy of a Team CAPO that's just on fire in this coalition round gets their 12th round win to move in to map point. And again, CAPO they just can't afford the firepower to contest this round the way they want to. There's 3 SA-58s and 2 AUGs. And it just might be enough. Team Privilege finally putting together some breach-sided rounds here on Raid to take this final tournament in a 2-0. But they have had difficulty getting through CAPO. And here's Sketchy playing a more conservative position with an AUG this time. It's one hell of a rifle to try to get past on B-Long. And CAPO's just moving through the map very aggressively.
Yeah, Team Privilege taking their time, but you can see there even CAPO have taken some of the utility here. Draco is going to try to buy as much time as possible. This is the last stand here for CAPO. They have to give it their all. Draco not wanting to reveal his position just yet as Ottawa comes down. They don't think anyone's below. It seems like Sacred's got to kill. Clutch does get that spam down, so Draco's position is nullified. And Sacred, they're going to try and go for this bomb denial. They don't get it, and Team Privilege have the bomb site. They have another player, and it looks like the beginning of the end here as it's just Shinx left. Can he do it? Can he pull the whole team's weight on his shoulders? No, he can't. And Team Privilege, they win it out 13-11. Oh my goodness. They take map number 2 and the entire series. Main tournament number 1 is there. Shinx put on one hell of a show. 31 kills, but it wasn't enough. More than double that second place of Sacred on his own team. And that is it. Congratulations to Team Privilege for winning it out. Great job to CAPO, but unfortunately they come short in both games, even though they were barn burners, 13-12 and 13-11 respectively. Team Privilege just had that experience. They're able to close it out compared to Team CAPO. And so we'll have to see him next time. But Privilege, they have shown why they won main tournaments, why they keep winning those final tournaments as well, and why they are season winners time and time again, showing their dominance. And Warren, I couldn't be more excited. What a wonderful series to cast.
What a fantastic series to cast. What a fantastic map to cast. Congratulations to Team Privilege. That was great play by CAPO from the coalition side, from the breach side. That map was exciting from the first round to the last round. There were so many grenade kills. There was so much fantastic use of that wallbang spam into mid. There was so much back and forth. Every single round coming down to a 1 versus 1. Like you said, so much utility damage. Every gunfight was crucial. But again, congratulations to Team Privilege. They do come out with the 2-0 victory in the main tournament 1 finals.
Exactly. And if you want to have your shot at participating potentially against Team Privilege in the next main tournament, sign up for the main tournament number 2 that closes Tuesday, September 7th, which is in 2 days from us. And so you can find out more information in the description below. Shout out to Critical Force as well as Compact Esports and Gizer for helping put on the show here, as well as all the folks behind the scenes, behind Warren and I making this possible as well. To the teams, the viewers, the fans, the supporters, the staff, everyone involved here, we appreciate you, and we will see you shortly for this. But thank you so much for watching. Next main tournament coming up in another few weeks. And ladies and gentlemen, take care, everybody.